We just finished another good, productive meeting with our congressional leadership about a path forward to make sure that America does not default on its debt.
President Joe Biden struck an upbeat tone Tuesday following U.S. debt ceiling negotiations with Republicans that ended after less than an hour. But he said there is still more work to do.
So I'm confident we're going to continue to make progress toward avoiding default.
After meeting with Biden at the White House, Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy told reporters the two sides remained far apart on an agreement to lift the debt ceiling. But he also signaled optimism.
It is possible to get a deal by the end of the week.
Democrats were not as positive about a quick time frame, but hope to strike a deal before June 1st. That's when the U.S. government could default on some debts, according to the Treasury Department. Biden and McCarthy were joined in the Oval Office by Vice President Kamala Harris, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, House Democratic Leader Hakeem Jeffries, and Senate Republican Leader Mitch McConnell.
Everything's going well.
The White House wants to raise the debt ceiling without conditions. Republicans have refused to vote to lift the debt ceiling unless Biden and his fellow Democrats agree to spending cuts in the federal budget. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
Everyone agreed that default would be the worst outcome, a horrible situation for America and America's families. But we also agreed that we need to pass a bipartisan bill with bipartisan support in both chambers. I asked Speaker McCarthy, does he agree with that? And he said yes. And his bill, of course, is not a bipartisan bill.
Biden said he was disappointed that Republicans will not consider ways to raise revenue. Raising taxes on the wealthy and companies to help pay for programs for other Americans is a key part of Biden's 2024 budget. McCarthy said his party, which controls the House by a thin margin, would only agree to a deal that actually cuts spending.
I think anytime somebody wants to raise the debt ceiling more, show me where we want to save more. That's really the framework that we laid out.
With little time remaining before the June 1st deadline, Biden said he'll skip stops in Papua New Guinea and Australia after he attends the G7 summit in Japan in order to get back for the final negotiations with congressional leaders.